Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We talk about a really important topic: inflation, rising interest rates, and the real estate market. So, inflation and rising interest rates and a crazy real estate market, that's what's going on right now in fall of 2022. These are the key terms that we continue to hear about as we go deeper into the fall of 2022. And it's really easy to hear these talking points and let fear and confusion and even honestly some real truth cloud our minds where we can't even think clearly on what all this means. So I hope today to do my best to explain what this means for everyone, because after all, the real estate market affects all of us, whether or not we own a home. And so it's really important to truly understand what's actually happening in this current market. So I'm going to speak to the renter, the current buyer, and the current seller, and hope I can shed some information and light on this for you. So for the renter, this is a tough season, and I honestly feel for you. You could stay put and keep renting, or you could go out into the buyer world and try to find a home. If you stay put, rents continue to climb even more rapidly than home prices. And if you start the home buying process, interest rates continue to rise also. And you can feel like you're paying so much more than your friend who bought a year ago because you are. So, how should you think about all of this? Well, first and foremost, what matters ultimately is what's best for your family. Don't just rent, don't just buy just because you want to. Don't just do that for no reason because that's not smart. Use wisdom. Here's my suggestion for you. And now take this with a grain of salt, right? Because I'm a real estate agent and absolutely, of course, I believe in home ownership. But remember this: you are always building wealth for someone. In this case, you're either building wealth for your landlord or you're building wealth for yourself. I'd rather you be building wealth for yourself. I know interest rates are high, and they really are. I'm not downplaying that at all. They are very high, but renting is 100% interest. You're never going to see that money back ever. The only one who benefits is your landlord. I know that the terms mortgage and rent are different words, but they all equate to the same thing. You have to have money each month to live somewhere. And I'd rather that money be spent investing in your future, not the future of your landlord. So if you're willing to step up and take on the responsibility of having a house to care for, there is genuinely no better way for you to start setting yourself up well financially, like owning a home. I absolutely encourage you to take a serious look. Again, I know interest rates are up in the sevens right now. That's very high, especially from what it has been. Not historically high, but that's definitely high from what it has been. But rent is 100% interest. You never see any of that money back. So if you're ready to take on that responsibility and it makes sense for your family, home buying is the way to go. Now, for the current buyer, hang in there and remember why you started your home search in the first place, right? Was it because you wanted a low interest rate? Or was it because you wanted a bigger yard for your kids to play in? Or maybe you wanted to be closer to your parents, or you wanted to stop paying a landlord and start paying yourself. Hold on to that motivation and don't let these external factors change your goal. Here's a rule: never change your goal, but change your tactics, right? And then don't let ego get in the way. You might have been able to afford $50,000 more just 6 months ago. And admittedly, that's really tough. But the only way that stops you is when your ego kicks in and says, I deserve more than this. The truth is, you have two accounts: a bank account and an ego account. And you can only deposit into one or the other. So choose wisely. If you have to adjust the price point in the house you were looking for, then adjust. If you have to search a little broader location, then do it. If you have to negotiate a little harder, then negotiate. Never lose sight of the goal and keep working at it. Ego kills goals, but determination achieves them. Now, for the current seller, have humility. The market has changed. It's so hard when we know what our friends or coworkers' experience was with selling their home or how much money they got when they sold, but the market is different now. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in outdated data, but trust in the current truth of the market. Emotions are not your friend in selling your home. Your home is worth what the market is willing to pay for it, right? So whatever the current market is willing to pay, that's what your home is worth, nothing more and nothing less. In a market with volatile interest rates, it's the sellers who are willing to negotiate, willing to be nimble, willing to not overprice. Those are the homes that will sell. So, as a seller, hold on loosely to what you think you should get and be realistic based on all the factors. Try to put yourself in the buyer's shoes and all the craziness that they're experiencing with rates and be sympathetic. Now, that doesn't mean bend over backwards to give them what they want, but it does mean seek a win win solution. This is the truth. It's not a seller's market anymore. It's not 2021 and you get 10 offers in 2 days and they're all way over list price. Be patient, reset your expectations, and be ready to negotiate fairly. No matter the market, there are still wins for everyone out there who are willing to play by the rules. Have proper expectations, think beyond the talking points of the day. Interest rates are high. That's true. Inflation is high. That's true. Real estate market is tough. That's also true. But not all good things come easy. Lots of good things come hard. What was your purpose in moving in the first place? Hold on to that, adjust as needed, and make your goal into a reality. That's how you still win in a tough market with lots of things going on. Stay committed to the reason you started in the first place. We would love to help you. Reach out to us, www.maroongroupva.com. Thanks so much for tuning in.